So this is your all the extras video. So this is specifically for those of you who are doing the 7-day emotional cleanse with us. So I wanted to make this separate video here in your bonus section to give you some tips on some other things you can do to make this super successful. And of course, when you first got your modules, you had the option to do a one-on-one with me. So if that timer hasn't run out yet, go grab the one-on-one because that's going to definitely help you to move forward and make it even more successful. But I've got some notes here. As soon as I find them, I'm going to go over that with you. Okay, so here we go. You'll remember that in your breakfast blend. So that's your morning routine. Your breakfast blend is what we call it. At the very end of that, we have you moving. So I'm telling you to dance like nobody's looking. So you just really go for it with the goal of making yourself laugh and really getting the body moving. Heart rate's going to be up. You're going to be moving things. It's going to help with the stagnation that we talked about. When you get rid of physical stagnation, it really helps you get rid of the mental, emotional stagnation. So that's super important. So move a lot. So you have that that you're required to do, and for your breakfast blend at the end of that. But why not incorporate that throughout your day to just take breaks and just move, just dance, just go find a private place, or if you have the personality and you're bold, just do it in front of wherever you are. Just dance or move or walk around the parking lot, park far when you go places, and just walk and move more throughout the 7 days. It's just 7 days. So why not challenge yourself and just say, how much can I move? What kind of movement can I get going in these 7 days? It's really going to make a difference in how you feel emotionally. You're going to be drinking quite a bit of water. And so we don't talk a lot about this in the modules, touch on it a little bit, but you want to make sure, again, this is connected to movement and getting things moving. So just like we were talking about the digestive health, water is a huge part of your digestive health and being hydrated. So I would love for you to move towards close to like a gallon. When I'm doing the cleanse, that's always my goal, is to get as close to that as I possibly can. Some prefer to have half their body weight in water. I'm going to leave that to you. I'm not going to give you strict guidelines on that, but the encouragement is to have as much as possible. And one thing that's great about it, you can include in that gallon, you can include herbal teas. So herbal teas that are not caffeinated, dandelion root is great and fantastic for this cleanse. It's great for your liver. It's just really, really good to get things cleaned out, both physically and emotionally. So dandelion root would be great. Hibiscus is another really great tea. Ginger is one of my favorites ever. I drink it several times a day. And another thing that I'm going to add here is it'd be great for you to start the day with a nice warm beverage. So extend the time that your fast. So before your actual breakfast. So if you usually sleep 8 hours and you usually go about 8 hours before you eat again, from the time you go to bed at night to the time you have breakfast, extend that for an hour or so and just have a nice soothing beverage. You're going to find that you're going to go more easily and more regularly in the morning. Remember that for your breakfast blend, your morning routine, we call the first thing that you do a morning brain dump. Well, we want to be doing that physically too. You want to be going to the bathroom, especially first thing in the morning. And so if you can stretch that time a little bit before having breakfast and just have a nice warm cleansing drink. Another great thing that you could have, if you can tolerate apple cider vinegar, warm water with like a cap of apple cider vinegar, a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Some people cannot tolerate that without food. So if you're not sure whether or not you can tolerate it, don't do it. It's better to have it with food. But if you've done this type of thing before and you know that you can have apple cider vinegar with no problems, then go ahead and have that in the morning too. So lots of options. Just want to have something nice, warm, soothing in the morning. Even if you're doing this cleanse in the summer, you can still do that and have something warm in the morning, nice herbal tea. Another thing you can count in that gallon would be broth. So if you want to have like a nice bone broth or something like that, that would be fantastic that you can add into that gallon. So really you can get up to a gallon of liquids pretty quickly, and it's going to be great to flush out your system and it's really, really going to help clear things out and get things moving, which is going to help your emotional cleansing, I assure you. Aroma tap throughout the day. So we've talked about the aroma tap through the modules. And on your last several days, you'll see in module 3, I mentioned that if you're feeling like you're not getting to your goal fast enough, you don't really feel like you're moving forward towards your goal statement, a good thing to do would be to do your aroma tapping. So again, you use your personal piece, spread it on your hands. Not, you don't want to rub it in because you want some on there, and then you just do your tapping. And so I haven't done a separate video to show you the tapping spots, but this is them. And we go over it in the modules. So no particular order. You can start, a lot of times you start here. There's no particular order. If you have a certain spot that when you tap there, you can really feel a release, then you can spend your time there. There's no rules on that. So you can just do that a little bit more often through the day, maybe when you're waiting at a light, if you don't mind people seeing you tap. At your desk, you can do it, and have those oils on your fingers as you do that. And then take that residual, and then we're going to just massage the back of the neck, as I showed you in the module. So just do that throughout the day. That is just an extra tip for success. The more you can do it, the more you can grab time, 20 seconds here, 10 seconds there throughout the day. It's going to make a difference. It adds up. Just like the little stresses add up and really get to us, those little releases add up and really help us to let go. Make sure that you are taking care of your digestive health. So you saw that we talked about Comfort Tone or Dr. Schultz. Those were my 2 recommendations. Whatever you chose to use for your digestive cleanse, then do it. It's only 7 days, so make sure that you follow the manufacturer's directions. If it's telling you to take it 3 times a day, don't take it once a day, take it 3 times a day. So follow whichever one that you chose to use, follow those directions and get nice and cleaned out. Now, if you feel like you're going too often, you got diarrhea or something like that, then of course stop and contact your healthcare provider or the manufacturer to see what could be happening. Again, some people cannot tolerate psyllium or cascara sagrada. It can make them have diarrhea. So if that's happening, then that's not the right one for you. Some use a cleanse that's really high in magnesium, and it works really well for them, and others that gives them diarrhea. So know the difference between, oh, I'm getting cleaned out, and this is now diarrhea. This is now a problem. So be very cautious about that. Keep your eye on it and contact your healthcare provider if you have any questions whatsoever. And then the last thing would be your green drink. And so I recommended Dr. Schultz Superfood. It's my favorite as far as the way it makes my body feel and the nourishment. And I know that my cells are being nourished to the core. But it doesn't taste good. So if you have a green drink that you've used and you can feel the difference, I want you to use one that, I don't want you to use the ones, there's some that you use and you only notice the difference when you're not taking it. And those are good too, because it is doing your body some good, because you can tell it's like, oh man, I feel tired, more tired than when I'm taking my vitamin drink or my green drink, until you get started back taking it. But I want you to find one that when you ingest it and it enters your body, you feel the nourishment. So if you haven't found one that does that for you yet, I want you to keep looking, because that's important that you get that you can really feel. And a lot of it, of course, does have to do with where we are and health-wise. Like if we're really good and we're very nourished, we may not get that big reaction. But try to find something that's different. Give your body something that maybe it hasn't had in a while. Maybe some nice clean juices to really give yourself that feeling of nourishment. The more you nourish your body physically, the easier and more effective this emotional cleanse is going to be. All right, so I hope those extras are helpful. Let me know. And congratulations on doing the cleanse. Please keep in touch with me as you do it and let me know how it's going. Take care.